Are you conscious about nutrition? Then Malibon Vitagen is the best nutritional supplement for you, with no added sucrose and a low glycemic index.
How I got into the whole fashion industry or the scene where I am today, I think it was just a fancy idea I had, but then no one really like kind of where I come from was very encouraging towards it. All my friends and everybody, they were trying to be doctors, engineers, things like that. So fashion, I think I got into it mainly because of my I lost my mom at a very young age, but the memory of her, I could only remember her like stitching all my clothes, sewing and all of that. I think I wanted to kind of like slightly be a part, like keep a part of her alive throughout, that sort of a thing. I think it just slowly started from there, but I was more passionate towards dancing, so I was throughout the time, like my school days, I was just doing dancing and dancing and dancing. Then while I actually could have started a career on dancing, there was this open day at British Council. I just went there and sat through the whole day for some reason, and it kind of like really moved me, and I thought I always loved clothes, so, and also like wanting to have this sort of what exactly happening outside of Sri Lanka in the world. I wanted to go and see what is going on, and then I thought this is like my kind of chance. And I think the knack of I had the knack I had for like creative things kind of came through when I wanted to do this, and I made like a portfolio of collected everything, and then they picked it up. They thought it was very well thought of, with no experience or no education whatsoever in the fashion this thing. They kind of saw something in me, and I was accepted to study in London. So that's where it all started. While waiting for the term to be started, I went to AOD to sort of brush up. There how it all happened, but I don't think I would have made my own label and started my own business and all of that. It happened because of my father. He wanted me back in Sri Lanka, so I came here, but I joined the industry. While it was going, I was working day to day, but like you become sort of, okay, you wake up in the morning, there's like something you're very passionate about deep inside you, still you just go on about what you have at hand. Having said that, I got the chance to be creative while I was working, but then all my friends and everyone kind of like wanted stuff done, so and it kind of like took off from there. So then there you go, I started my label. When we first started, it was I would say that it was not easy at all. It was very hard. One thing that I really faced was finding proper people to how to actually go about, it's something you dreamt of, and then you're very passionate about, and you want to like do the best, and then you have a certain idea of how you want things done, and finding capable people to like sort of pursue your dream was a bit of a challenge. I would say it was quite challenging, and also a young person who doesn't have a background, or like say for some people it's already been done and you just sit in your family business and things like that. So this was completely a new child for our family, because they're all coming doing completely something different to what I do. So it was just me out there, but I made sure I'm educated enough. I've seen a little bit of the world outside of Sri Lanka when it comes to the fashion industry. I was feeling very confident, so I wanted to go about it and start. I've decided I'm not gonna take my father's money, so I'll just start from wherever I could. So I started very small, with like one sewing person and a pattern cutter, just to see how this is gonna go about. I was working while I was at MAS Linea Aqua, and then day by day, every day there were like bigger challenges. So where do I get this, how to go about it, where the raw materials are, who's going to give me this, who's going to, it was not easy. It's very difficult. And also, like, when you're first starting, it's a lot of money you need to put in, and you don't have it. So those things, actually, I know I've seen after us who are coming. I've lectured at Morato University. All of these young aspiring designers, they all want to like get where we are, and they think it's so fancy and beautiful. So that's they think easily they can achieve it, and the struggle, and then they go about to start, and then they get discouraged. That is because so many challenges you get to face. I think when it's basically you're selling a concept that kind of like born in your mind. So I think just believing in what you want, and finding ways to sort of another person to trust in your concept. That's like when I say it itself sounds like a big challenge, right? What works for me, and I think I wanted to keep on doing, was being very passionate about it and never kind of like give up. Be fearless with, okay, you started this, you gotta get on with it. That was the attitude. I think the right attitude, and at the same time being like conscious about what you're doing. Yeah. Stress level, it comes with the trade. It's a way of finding your balance. Having said that, I found it like extremely difficult. I had days that I would cry the entire night. I just want to close up. Next day morning, I want to close up the entire thing, and why would I do this? I would ask some money from my dad and chill, go get my nails done, things like that. You face all of that. That stress level is like, I don't think you can really like put into words. But after a while, you get the hang of it, and then I think your willpower kind of like come forward and handle it for your own good. So that's I am kind of like, it's a complete battle in my mind, and I don't let the stress take over. First is the attitude, never give up attitude, and believing in your product. And for me, your product, you should not kind of like focus on quantity. I think the quality. So I have tried to maintain the same quality that I was being given. If I go to purchase another product where I want to see that, I try to achieve that in mind. So then eventually you kind of like build that as well. With the stress level, I've never been looked into. I mean, it's another thing that, for people, I can actually say from my experience that I was very fit because I used to do dancing and all of that. And with this business starting, I could not find a balance between my physical health and all of that. It's not like that I got sick or anything, but I've started gaining a lot of weight. I've changed like 3-4 dress sizes, but then it came to a point like now I've made some time for myself, so I've started doing some, like for mental health, I'm doing pottery, I'm learning new things. I've made time. It was very difficult at the beginning because it was all you are the guy who goes to the shop, you're the one who's paying the bills, you're the one who's cleaning the place, you're the one who's cutting and stitching, all of that. It was too much at that time. But then I know a lot of fitness people would disagree. They say like, no, you always have time, you can find time, but I didn't have that. I just could not. So then my stress level, my companion was food. I love food, so I kept on eating, and then that helped me to like sort of de-stress. But now I think it's very important to be physically healthy, mentally, healthy. So I'm on to both, and I've started badminton, which is great now. I feel great. I can slowly see a progress towards being fit again. I mean, I get a lot of messages, like I spoke with you all before. A lot of young people ask me privately on my Instagram account mainly, like, oh, I want to be like you, I want to do this with you. Even the students that I have like started teaching for the first years at the university, what they just like I said, they have a bit of a bubble, and I'm scared, like if it's, if they don't get it as they have pictured it, they'll be discouraged and it won't go anywhere. So I think they need to come with a mindset of like not giving up and holding it together. And I think you can see the light at the end of the tunnel if you keep it together and go about it. My advice would be take very like small steps, like baby steps. Do it very like, you can't start big. First, even if it is from your own bedroom, you could start very tiny, and see who's liking your ideas, who's appreciating it. And then, then it gives a crazy satisfaction that when you see you are creating your own niche. And then the next step would be breaking it to a mass. Yeah.